So we're back again with, yet again, another episode of The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker HD. In the last episode, we have made our way all the way through the Forbidden Woods and obtained Faurore's Pearl. In this episode, we're going to tackle the eastern side of Forest Haven, otherwise known as Cliff Plateau Isle, but right now I just want to get an extra Hollywood hair from Beetle, that is, because we're going to be using them very, very soon. So I just want to pick up an extra one of these and head on out. Yeah, Beetle, sulk and sadness because I'm never coming back for a while because, you know, not to make you feel like shit, but you will not have a single other customer other than me, okay? The whole reason you have a business is because of me, okay? Me. Anyway, I'm joking. I'd really hate to degrade Beetle like that because he's the only reason that I have what I have right now, so I can't really make him feel like crap either. But anyway, this is a jumping fish up and down the water right here, so we want to make sure we go ahead and feed him. And what these fish pretty much do is tell us about the islands across the Great Sea. There's 49 islands, otherwise known as 49 of these fish, so go ahead and feed them. And if you feed an already fed fish, you have the option to play some shooting mini games with him. So shoot him 10 times with a bow and he'll give you 200 rupees. So gotta love it. Anyway, you can go ahead and read about the history of this island, but I kind of choose not to during recording because it takes up time. Don't get out with him, Link. What are you doing? Anyway. But actually, in all seriousness, what I do want to do is head off to G6, which is going to be Cliff Plateau Island. I did look up the name of this island specifically before coming here, so I can't really say I remember the names of every island, but it's up there. I don't remember every single one, but I remember enough. But anyway, this fish here is going to tell us all about this one. We are going to get the 8th treasure chart here, so we have that to look forward to, so yay. Can you give me any other nickname than Small Fry, please? I mean, come on, I've been called that my entire life. Can you knock it off now? Anyway. Cliff Plateau Isle. Here we are. Hey, Small Fry, do you know... Yes, I do know about the Nintendo Gallery. I will be doing that in this playthrough, so yes, I'm totally aware of it. Alright. Now, with that, we want to turn back around and head into the top of the island. There's going to be a grotto up in here. It's kind of weird because I will say that once I get in there, it's going to be a foresty, atmospheric type of grotto. I know that we just left the Forest Haven, but we're going back into another foresty area. Temporarily, that is, but still. Hop on across. Let's actually get our Deku Leaf out for this, because we're going to need it in this area, because I don't want to get by jumping, and it's going to suck. So, but you do have the option to just kind of hop along these guys here. Climbing on up. Here we go. Jumping on up. Man, it's peaceful. Barely any music. Anyway, hopping on along. Killing these guys up in here. And there we go, just chilling on by, getting our duties done. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, killing him, and we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. What I will do, though, first is hopping on up in this Baba Bud here. We gonna jump on across right now. I will say, though, these vines growing right below me, it may seem like I'm trapped now, but when I open the chest, it's all gonna be good and dandy. They're gonna go back down. Anyway, Joy Pendant, not rupees, not as good, but it's still optimal to have, because we will give it to somebody else eventually. Now we can get this stick, and light it on fire. That's is. And don't worry, when you hop in the Baba Bud, when you have a lit torch, the flame will not go out, so don't worry. Anyway, I'm going to climb on up here, and then throw that flaming torch towards that wooden grate there. Leaf pump on across. I fell down. I canceled and didn't take back out the leaf. Well, that sucks. Anyway, try it again. Try it again, Link. You know, Toon Link, you tire me sometimes. You do. You do. Anyway, now we're good. Alright, now that we're back here, it's one of the Koroks. I like how he's just very next door. Hello, Swordsman. I haven't seen you in a while. It's been like 5 minutes. Literally, when I left the dungeon in the last episode. But still, I've come here to plant the Great Deku Tree seed. But look, usually the forest trees sprout vigorously wherever you plant them, but for some reason this one is withered. I'd be willing to bet that the trees my fellow Koroks have planted are withering as well. So, the key idea here is we need to go back to the Forest Haven and get some spring water, which lasts for 30 minutes as opposed to the GameCube version, which lasts for 20 minutes, and go and water all 8 trees. But for now, if you climb on up here and get this chest, it is going to be another treasure chart. I know this because I played the game. I'm a little bit of a veteran, you know? Anyway, that treasure chart, and there we go. Anyway, I want to introduce the Blue Chus. These guys do not move around and slide around when you kill them like the other ones do. I'm not sure what makes them do that, but anyway, there are 23 of these in the Great Sea. This is but one, other known as 22 of them remain. With that, though, we have everything that we want to get right now. I know that it looks like I'm probably straying from side quest stuff, but I promise that I'm not. I'm just going into the game the way that I remember it to be, but still. Yeah, I know that people have like 12 hearts by now, but it's kind of nuts for me to admit, but still, I promise it's all going to be done once we reach the end, but I'm just going by the game according to what I remember, so back off, man. Anyway, our next coordinate is going to be at B4, which is Great Fish Island, and I will be back in just a moment. It's a bit of a ways away. You know, Great Fish Island really has some ominous looks to it from afar, but up close it's going to be even more disastrous, am I right? We're already here, and it is just not looking good. Look, LSP, do you see it? What has happened to this place? What is the meaning of this? The island, it is... We are too late. I knew we had precious little time, but I never suspected how little. A great water spirit named Jaboon once lived here, but no sign of him remains. Hoy there, LSB. So you're here. I've been looking for you. Are you by chance seeking the great spirit Jaboon? I'm sorry to report to you that Jaboon can no longer be found here. Just look at how this place has been torn to pieces. I suppose this, too, is the work of the Shadow in the Forsaken Fortress. But fear not. Jaboon was able to flee this island before it was attacked. He is in a safer abode now. Would you like to guess where that abode may be? On the island you were born. On Outset. Duh, duh, duh. Yet, even if you were to go to Outset now, you would not be able to see Jaboon. The cave where he hides is sealed with a mighty stone slab that repels all who try to pass it. Why, not even the pirates with their mighty ship could get in. I must apologize, LSP. I thought if anyone would know of your whereabouts, it would be the pirates. I told them this tale without so much as the thought for the consequences. I know not what they hoped to get, but they immediately set sail for Outset Island and tried to break into the cave. It is lucky that they could not gain entrance. I have heard that they were last spotted on Windfall Island, but doing what, I do not know. If you wish to see Jaboon, I think you better search for the pirates on Windfall Island. What an eerie isle this is. Everywhere else boasts clear skies and calm seas, but this place suffers under dark clouds and rain. Baloo must have been right when he asked me to bring you word of Jaboon to you. He called this island Cursed. I would counsel against staying here longer than you have to. But that is your decision. I have told you of Jaboon, so my task is complete. Well, really informative, dude. Thanks, Quill. Thanks so much. So, Jaboon has survived. The sea spirit lived through the trials of many long years. He must have caught wind of Ganon's attack beforehand. If we are to believe the words of the Rito postman, then the pirates know something about the cave where Jaboon hides. Why don't we go first to Windfall and search for them there? Good to know. Thanks for the information, King. Looks like our next destination is going to be at Windfall Island at D2, so it's a couple of quadrants away, but nothing's going to stop me from getting there, right? Anyway, I would make a jump cut, but go ahead and take a listen to this ominous sailing music. Very similar to the original when it's nice and bright and shiny outside, but here it is. Yep. It basically is a feeling that, in other words, there's just shit going down, pretty much. And not good shit, I'll say that. But still, we have some things to do. Many things to do, and I don't assume that when I get to Windfall Island, it's going to be pleasant with the pirates, so... It can either be good or be bad, but as long as I've been playing this game, like, the pirates are just, they're just mischievous human beings. Anyway, I'll be back. So, we made it. It is just as the postman told us. The pirate ship has stopped here to avoid drawing the attention of the townsfolk. I know not what they are researching, but if they are hoping to get their hands on Jabun's sacred gem, I doubt they would tell you anything directly if you were to ask them. LSP, I think you should try to find out what the pirates are up to, without them finding out about you. Yeah. And about that, though, the only place you can find them is in a bomb shop. I mean, what other things do pirates love more than bombs, right? Going in there is going to be quite peaceful, but anyway, going on in here. We could just double saddle across. I would change the wind direction to blow towards the direction that I'm heading right now, but it would take a lot more time, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this. So, anyway. Get this grass here. Climbing on up, and we find out what the truth is that lies within. Look, don't be mad at us. It's not our fault that we absolutely gotta have bombs to get the treasure we're after. How about you just think of it as payback for the nasty little monopoly you've been running here, yeah? So I bet you're thinking it was foolhardy to ask pirates to pay such an outrageous price, huh? Yep, I bet you are. You know, Gonzo, I still can't get over that bit of fast talking you pulled to get that information out of the postman. Huh? Oh yeah, that was smooth. I tell you, the minute I set eyes on that LSP, I just knew he was hiding something back at Outset, yeah. So when I saw that postman, I just pretended like I was all worried about the kid and stuff. And presto, he spills the beans. Good work, Gonzo, really. Just top-notch. It's funny, though, I'm thinking this is just maybe the first time you've shown such wit, such cunning. You know, with your cunning and Miss Tetris sports, if you two got married and had a kid, that kid would be the greatest pirate to ever sail the seas. Yep, the greatest. You idiot. Keep your mouth shut, yeah? Don't be so stupid. Miss Tetra, are you listening to this nitwit? Can't you dock him some pay or something? Quit goofing off, both of you. Keep your childish jokes to yourselves and get those bombs back to the ship. The second you're done loading them up, we're setting sail for Outset Island. What? Miss, we have to leave immediately? But it's been so long since we were on shore. We need to fill our bellies with some good eating, yeah? How about we grub tonight and shove off tomorrow morning instead? I mean, I'm fine with either way, of course, but whatever you say is fine, miss, is what I mean to say. It's just that the boys were so excited to come to town, yeah? And I can't help but think that it would be awful hard on them to leave so soon without a proper layover. So what do you say we set sail tomorrow, yeah? What do you say, miss? The treasure isn't going anywhere. You're with me, right, boys? Who's in for a night of fun? Yeah, Gonzo, nobody is. You're all fools, do you know that? You saw the demolished island, you saw the senseless destruction. We have to hurry on to Outset, or the same thing can happen there. Huh? Not to be disrespectful, but by the sound of things, you're worried more about that island than the treasure, miss. Don't be ridiculous. I want, you know, the treasure. Alright, fine. Have it your way. We can leave town tomorrow, you big babies. But we're setting sail at first light, so no sleeping in. Understood? Aye, aye. Say there, brother. What was today's password again? Mako, are you serious? You already forgot? You're so useless. Today's password is Barnacle, yeah? Remember? Yeah. Sure, yep. You know that Nika won't let you in if you don't say it exactly right. He's real picky about it. I'll say it once more. Today's password is Barnacle, yeah? Barnacle, eh? Yeah, I have to say it 3 times. Anyway, about that cutscene, I want to go ahead and say something pretty funny. If you listen to that cutscene and just skip over and not read it, it's okay. The game is still beatable. If you missed it, you can still go on the internet and search up a list of all the passwords that Wind Waker has to offer. It can be either Chumley, Barnacle, or Treasure. It can be either one of those. But it will not work if you tried... Let's say if you tried, like, all three. You don't actually get any of them to work until after you watch the cutscene on the HD version. However, there is a way to skip that cutscene and get it into the ship on the GameCube version. You have to get storage, which I showed previously in the GameCube version on my channel. And you have to store the text from this door and go and fade out through this door. It's weird. It's really weird. But I have to show you to explain it. It's just so weird. The ship's only tooth is You heard the man, Barnacle, right? The pirates are just so funny in ways because I feel that in some way, shape, or form, they want to help us. But anyway, with that said and done, we can head on straight in. Yay. And on through here, Miss Tetra's bedroom is wide open for us. She get the perfume and the jewelry. Who's in for a panty raid, boys? Anyway, Patrick Star would be, like, spinning in his boxers right now if he saw this freaking room. Anyway, is that the legendary hero? Us. Link is looking right at it. Anyway. But this chart, I think, or this image is in Dragon Roost Island if you go past the mailman, okay? I think that is, of course. This lamp here is in the shape of something called the Town Flower, which is something you're going to find here at Windfall Island, because it is one of the merchant traders' merchandise. Anyway, that picture there, I still have really nary an idea of who that exactly is. I want to say that's some kind of form of Zelda, but I could be wrong. Anyway, heading on down, we want to head into this way. So here's Nico. I really won't read every single dialogue he says, but anyway... He's grateful that we're alive, and he wants to take us through another test of the pirates' initiation, I guess. The key word here is that he's going to say that there were platforms here last time to make it a whole lot easier, but this time there are none. There are ropes that you have to swing from rope to rope to, and it's in order to get to that door right there. The switch that is available for us to press down is going to open that gate right there, so it does not raise any platforms to do anything else. Anyway, so you know the drill. We gotta swing rope to rope and get that treasure over there. There we go. So there is a bit of a speedrun tactic here, which I might attempt, really. But for the fact that I already have the convenience of spinning and turning while I am swinging, which the GameCube version does not have, I won't attempt it on this version, that is, but still. I wish I would, but... honestly, I don't really have to. And I want to wait for the rope in front of me to move out of the way. It's, like, really bizarre. There we go. So, with that, we can just... Nah! I fell on the frickin' floor? Wow. There we go. Okay. Swinging on across. Grabbing that rope right there. I actually want to lower myself down some, just a little bit, because I want to be able to make it there. There we go. Swing on across, Link. We can do it. We're gonna do it! Just like Nike, we can do it. We can do it. There we go. Huh? You've got to be... You did it already. Oh, you're incredible. This isn't good. I've never even passed this test. How could he do it so quickly and make it look so easy? If I give this to him, everyone will know for sure I'll be so busted. Oh, okay. You're the best swabby of all time, so I guess I'll give you the bombs. Go on, take them. Just don't tell anyone, okay? Yeah, I'm not gonna tell your little parents what you do in your bedroom with the door locked anyway. Here. Changing that subject really quick, but still. Here is our treasure. We have bombs, and this is what's gonna permit us to get something called the Tingle Goddess statues in all the dungeons. There's 5 of them across the ocean, so make sure that you get those. And by the way, this is 30 bombs. This is the default bomb bag that you get. And there's 2 upgrades across the Great Sea, which is from Great Fairies, and there you go. That's mighty courageous if you're trying to steal treasure from pirates. I suppose I should be shocked, but I'm more amazed that you managed to survive after being tossed out of that tower. From the look on your face, I have to guess you haven't saved your sister yet, huh? You don't give things much thought, do you? You just rush in, never thinking about how badly things could go for you. Just like now. The only reason you got what you did was because we left the little simple-minded little rat like Nico behind to look after things. No one else would have parted with our treasure so easily, I assure you. And just how do you intend to use those bombs anyway? Don't tell me you're going after Jaboon's treasure too. Right now, Jaboon is hiding in a cave at the back of the island that you were born on. But the entrance is blocked by a stone doorway. You can't get in without breaking down the door. We're gonna relax in town and eat our fill of whatever this town has to offer, but we'll be leaving for Outset first thing in the morning. If you manage to find Jaboon tonight, then I guess you win. But if you take too long, we'll become sailing right by you tomorrow morning, and believe me, you didn't get all of our bombs. You better be quick, kid. Well, we know the drill. We have to go straight to, Outset Island, that is. Anyway. Before we leave here, I want to go ahead and get something out of the mailbox that is kind of chilling and waiting for us, so I will be back. So out of the ship, we can come across here to that mailbox and get whatever's inside of it. Yep. Good evening. Yeah, we have the 2 letters, yep. So one is going to be from Beetle and one is going to be from Orca over at Outset Island, so take note. This is him going to say, yep, he's already letting us know that we have the opportunity to see all of his floating boats on the sea chart, so we have this to look forward to. This one is going to be from Orca, so he's going to be just saying, if you wish to be a true swordsman, find some night crests and return to me, Orca. I've already been doing that, so we're good. Anyway, we have some business with the King of Red Lions here. Let's see what he has to say. Well done, the preparations are complete. If what the girl says is true, the pirates won't be leaving until morning. You must meet with Jaboon and get the pearl from him before they arrive. Let us delay no longer, LSP. Alright, so that is a wrap. Now, with that, we want to go ahead and set sail straight to B7, which is Outset Island. It's a bit of a ways away from D2 all the way to B7, so jump cut time. I'll be back. I don't really think that I ever pointed out how eerie Outset Island looks when it's all stormy like this at this time of the day. But we're here, though. We are here. Have you noticed, LSP? Morning has not broken since we arrived at Great Fish Island. That land was so ravaged by monsters. It is as if time itself is frozen. Perhaps this is the curse that Valou spoke of. Whatever the reason, if this night does not end, then we need not worry about the pirates overtaking us. In fact, it might not be a bad idea for you to visit your hometown and family again after such a long time away. We can speak with Jaboon after you do. Yep. We're not going to speak to everybody, but what we want to do is set over the wind to the west. Okay? This is going to help because we want to get into that foresty cave right where Tetra was trapped at the very beginning of the game. So, getting on in there, we're going to make a tumble on up and get in there. I'll be back. Oh, and by the way, how could I ever forget? The enemy that's going to come up right now is something called the Mini Blin. The Mini Blins are pretty annoying. Let's just say that after you evade them, they happen to die after you just leave them. So they make that sound that, like, yeah. It's pretty creepy how they just, like, happen to die when they're left alone. I have no idea how their lifestyle works, but since the wind is set to the west, we can just fly on right across and plop down. Going on in. What we want to do now is get our grapple hook and our bombs out, because there's some things that I want to get in here. So, hello, Bug. How's it going? Killing him, and we can climb on up. Alright. Now for this boulder that was just chilling and waiting. This is like the one great fairy that is required for the game, so we have nothing to worry about here. Plopping on in. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and get our bottle ready. This place reminds me of the menus theme. Yep. Young Waker of the Winds, allow me to aid you in your quest. We have more room for our rupees. 1,000 is our limit. The fairies in this fountain shall ease your weariness. When you grow fatigued from your battles, please come here to be refreshed. Oh, I will. I will. Or I could just drink some of my grandmother's soup that she makes for me. But anyway, come in here. Wow, I was able to reach a fairy from that high. But anyway, ain't the fairy sad? But don't worry. What you actually want to do is keep that fairy. It will help in just a minute. But exiting on out, I want to go ahead and get something from a couple of moblins that are just on the other side of this wall, because skull necklaces will come of great use eventually. Anyway, grab their life sources from them. Did I grab them both? No, I still haven't grabbed his. Ow! I just want your freaking necessities. Anyway. Now leaving. Anyway, we want to drop on down, and notice we want to go straight to Grandma's house, because the whole reason that we have a fairy is because she is still very, very sad. Very sad. And we want to go and cheer her up, but right now I just want to see what's in this mailbox. Good evening. So, I'm going to go ahead and say what this letter is going to be. It is going to be a opportunity for us to see heart pieces and treasure charts. So, only have one of each. Rockspire Island, this is Beetle letting us know that he is selling a treasure chart, a bottle, and a heart piece. So, it's going to be over there. And for that, he is so freaking cheap, he gives us one measly rupee. Yep, I'm going to go buy myself a soda pop. Anyway. Going on in here. Let's visit Grandma. Grandma, I'm sorry to leave you, but I'm sorry. Will you forgive me? I'm going to cheer you up now with this fairy. Oh, LSP, is that you, LSP? Grandma's always happy to see your bright, shining face. Oh, LSP, my dear, sweet LSP. You're safe. That's wonderful. That's just wonderful. Did you do this? Did you heal me? Oh, you're such a sweet child. Oh, that's right. You and your sister Errol are trying to be so hard and strong, and I've just been sitting here moaning and worrying. And I'm your grandmother. I'm the one who should be taking care of you. I'm so sorry, LSP. I haven't been considering what you must be going through. I'm a terrible grandma. LSP, this is all I have to give you right now. You can keep it in your empty bottle. We have the elixir soup. Yes, this is going to upgrade, not upgrade, but replenish your health, your magic, and your double attacks out of your sword. So, yep, it's beautiful. You and your sister love this soup, don't you? If you run out, I can make it for you anytime you like. Grandma's going to try to be strong, so you just try to be strong too. Yep, I will be. But don't do anything reckless. Alright? Time to go to the pub with the boys. Anyway, I'm not going to be doing that, but still. Leaving, we now have the opportunity to go and break down the wall that is behind this island. Tear down the wall, mate. Anyway, but still, going on over to the king, he's going to let us know what the deal is, and we can now progress on. Are you ready? If that is the case, then we must search for the cave around the back of the outside island where Jaboon is said to hide. Yay. Now, what you do want to do to make it a whole lot more faster and effective is go this way. On the GameCube version, you have like this. You have such the inconvenience of having to change the wind direction over and over and over again just to be able to do this. But thanks to the Swift Sail, we can now just turn with will. Anyway, let's tear down the wall. We're gonna do it, mate. And there we go. Well, met indeed, Jaboon. I'm pleased to see that you are safe. Yes, it seems Ganon has returned. There can be no other explanation. Unfortunately, that is not so. The one I have brought with me has no connection to the legendary one, and yet I sense a great promise in the courage that this one possesses. I do. It is the only way. We have obtained Nayru's Pearl. The water spirit Jaboon was kind enough to give you this jewel, a treasure of one of the goddesses. So that foul rain and endless night were indeed elements of a curse that brought on us by Ganon. You must intend to cast this land into pure darkness for all time. I believe I have. Ganon's curse has been broken by the power of the pearl that Jaboon gave us, so morning should come soon. It is well that we have gathered all of the pearls. Are you ready, LSP? I have marked the places where you must set the pearls on your sea chart. Once you have placed the pearls in each proper location, the proving grounds for your courage will become apparent. Clearly, the search for Jaboon has shown that Ganon has begun to make efforts to block our path forward. It is certain that the perils ahead will be greater than any you have faced thus far. You should finish any business you have here on Outset right now, so that you shall not have any regrets later. Alright, that is a wrap. So, in the next episode of The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, we're going to go ahead and place these pearls on their desired locations and take on the next dungeon. With that being said, stay tuned. Subscribe, like, comment, or anything else. Peace out, everyone.